such a pain in the ass. So I'm trying to get this story up on all my inventory of stories and trying to find my New York story, Saint Moritz Hotel. I can't find it, so I'm going to have to redo it, which is right now. So I get out of the Marines back in 1989, and I start working at my father's restaurant again, the Driftwood in Marblehead, Massachusetts, which is now taken over by the stepside of the family, where we don't talk to them at all. Well, actually, that's not true. I speak with a couple of the individuals who are another story for another day. Anyways, one particular stepsister invited me to go with them to New York City. I'm trying to think. This is like 1990, 1991. I'm like, yeah, sure, yay. Yeah, maybe go on a trip. So it's me, my stepsister, her husband, and my other stepbrother. Whatever. So we end up taking the train from Boston into New York. And we end up going to Saint Moritz Hotel. We check in, and everything's fine until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I start drinking. I'm not that much of a drinker. It wasn't good. I think like around 6 o'clock p.m. I'm going up to people. I'm patting their faces. There was a group of Japanese tourists with a new video camera. I'm like right in there, and yeah, oh no, I have to admit, I was out of control. So my stepsister, she was like, that's it. You're going back to the hotel room, and you're going to stay there. And you're going to promise not to leave this room. Once I promise, it's basically gold. I think I broke my promise like 4 times in my life. So we're in the room, the hotel room, and my stepsister's like, you promise. And I looked at her, and I wasn't really thinking about it, but I go, I promise, I will not open that door. She leaves with everybody. I pass out. I don't know if it was an hour, 2 hours, because I don't even know what the time was. I wake up. I'm like, oh, new energy. I'm like looking around. I'm like, oh, where'd everyone go? So I start going towards the door, and I start opening it up to go out. And then it was like, you promised not to go out. But I didn't say that. I promised I wouldn't open the door and go out. So my little drunk self looked at the window. We are 22 or 23 stories up. Didn't matter to me at the time. So I'm like, I know. I'll tie some sheets together, throw them out the window. I'll climb down, and I'll go through an unlocked window. I'll go through that room to go out and basically horrify New York. But, oh, by the way, Prime Minister Shamir from Israel was there across the street from us. So the security was extremely high. So that's what I did. I went over, I tied sheets together, I opened up the window, and by the way, it only opens up a certain amount, so I could barely get in there. But I did. So like I said, threw the sheets out there, climbed down. I'm literally on this ledge. Not a small ledge, but it was a ledge. And no, not me to be deterred. Started, doing all these windows. They were all fucking locked. I was like, who the fuck would lock their windows at like 22 stories up? Who the fuck would be on the ledge? No, anyways, I finally get to this window and it starts opening up. I'm like, oh, cool. So I look in. There was this fucking woman reading the newspaper, watching TV. And I'm like, oh, obviously, I can't go in here. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that whole fucking floor. Every other window was locked except for this fucking lady. And of course, obviously, I'm not going to go that way. So I climbed back up the sheets into the room and I passed out. Of course, I wake up to my stepsister yelling at me. You're banned from going to New York. Basically I suck. They put me on the next train the next day to leave. And yeah, another fucking forever ban, family-wise. Saint Moritz. Who the fuck locks their fucking window? All right. That's the Saint Moritz hotel story.